doing some sort of machine that's equivalent of doing 20,000 squats.
Tell me where to go. Show me the way.
I mean, and honestly,
where is this place in Ocean, Monmouth County area?
That machine, I mean, her ass looked amazing without those 20,000 squats. What the hell else was going to do? What else was going to happen to that ass? Seriously.
I don't know.
And does it work on my boobs? Can I put that machine on my boobs?
Or her stomach?
Stomach? Like 20,000 crunches? What machine does 20,000 crunches?
I think they have those actually.
Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
We are talking about Real Housewives of Miami, Season 7, Episode number 6, Major Red Flags. We start out, is that right, with the ladies arriving at the Villa Toscana? Yes, the party, the goddess party.
Yes.
And they are walking around and there's sayings on the mirrors about like what a narcissist is, right? Which is so weird.
It's so fucking weird.
It's so weird. It really is weird. I mean, and they did bring up the whole, do you remember the season that Nicole started? Someone said they had I think it was Marisol had the mirror out and said like, who do you trust the least?
Yes.
And it was Dr. Nicole.
Yes. The mirror thing was when Dr. Nicole sent Larsa the mirror and it said, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the something of them all. I forget what she said.
That's right. That's right.
But it wasn't nice, but it was true.
Right. Right. So yeah.
But Marisol did do that. She's at that dinner. I think they were on a trip.
Yeah.
And she said, who do you trust the least? And they said, Dr. No.
So it seems like, because we've been listening to Dr. Nicole's podcast, Scrubs and Stilettos, with Dr. Tiffany, and she mentioned that the reason she didn't come back to Miami was because she didn't name her, but a part-time housewife hired a PI to follow her and Anthony and to get dirt on them. And she just didn't want any part of that. And I don't blame her one bit.
Me neither. She does not need the money. She doesn't need the fame. She doesn't need any of it.
No.
So if you're doing that, then you're putting her family in danger.
Right. Right.
You know, anytime you have somebody followed, it becomes an unsafe environment. So why would she do that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Super crazy.
So Alexia thinks it's funny that all the ladies think that this whole narcissist party is about Todd when she really thinks it's for them because she believes that they're all narcissists.
Yeah.
I did
and
think
she tells them, she drops the bomb on them.
She does.
The party's really about them and not Todd.
Right.
They don't believe her.
Right. Because they're narcissists.
Exactly. They don't believe her until they have to start playing the game where they have to call each other out for bad behavior.
Game. But before the game happens, I thought it was so funny that Lisa is like doing a full-blown photo shoot. Like, and Marisol is taking the pictures of her and that flowers. Listen, that was a great place to be taking pictures. I don't know why nobody else was taking pictures there.
If you don't want someone taking pictures of themselves, don't put a very nicely decorated swing in the middle of the venue. People are going to want to take pictures on the swing.
I think so, right?
Yes.
They're like, she doesn't even understand she's supposed to be reading the mirrors. Listen, I don't know whether she understands or she doesn't, but who the heck wants to read the stupid mirrors? That was so dumb.
Yes. So listen to, I'm in the middle of it. It's a new podcast about Bravo shows, and it's two husbands. Have you seen this one?
No.
Yes.
Oh, wait, maybe I have.
Husbands watching housewives. They are so funny.
Okay.
I recommend people. I recommend. And the one husband was like, "Well, don't you get it? It's like you're looking in the mirror, so it's like self-reflection and you're reading these." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't get it either." So I'm glad he pointed that out. Yeah,
Uh,
that was cute. But did you see when they flashed back to the reunion where Andy was like, "Can we all here just admit that we're all narcissists?"
yes. Yes.
He has said that on numerous reunions
And he
to
includes
numerous
himself.
franchises.
He
He
includes himself.
includes himself always,
Yes.
always.
Yes, he does.
I have a theory.
What's the
So
theory?
Lisa and Stephanie basically hug it out, right?
Right. Stephanie
Stephanie
apologizes.
apologizes.
Yeah.
So, we know that Lisa went on her social media and said she had told the producers that she was going to be late. They told her, she said, "I will get my own transportation." And they told her, "No, no, no, just go." I have a feeling that they didn't show it, but I have a feeling that Lisa told Stephanie, like, "Listen, just so you know, production was well aware I was going to be late. They told me not to worry about it." And I think that that's why they made up so quickly.
That could very
I
well
mean,
be.
I don't think it was that serious anyway. And
Right.
Lisa clearly didn't give a shit that Stephanie was calling her out.
Right.
But I think that's what happened.
No, I think that you're probably right. I think that that's probably a good call. So Kiki asks Larsa where she is with Lisa, and she said that they really need to talk and have a conversation. And then Julia said that Guerdy and her spoke and that they had their conversation, but Guerdy doesn't seem to be on the same page with that. Did you notice that?
I did notice that Guerdy was not really letting Julia talk.
No, no. And as much as I like Guerdy, she is a little aggressive.
Yes.
I shouldn't say aggressive. I shouldn't say
It's
aggressive.
not aggressive. She it's not aggressive.
Passionate? I don't know what
Yeah,
the word is.
she's the type of person that thinks if she talks louder, she gets the floor. Like she's going to talk over you. She's going
Uh-huh.
to talk over you so you don't get your point out and she gets her point out.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a good look for her.
It's not a good look. This was not a good scene for Guerdy.
No, and she doesn't need to be that way either. Like she doesn't, but whatever.
And I think it is part of her big personality.
Yeah.
She talks very fast. She talks a lot. She
She's
talks very
animated.
loud.
Yeah,
She's animated. It's just who she is. But you have to give other people opportunities to speak.
No, I agree. I totally agree. So then Daniel says that they're going to play a game and they each get a red flag. And he's going to read a statement and then they're going to go put the red flag in the container of the person that they believe the statement applies to the most. If this is
Not going to
not
go well.
the dumbest game ever, I don't know what is. So the first question is talking about who's talking about themselves the most. Lisa gets the most red flags.
Guerdy put in for herself. And I think Alexia put in for herself.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 people put in for themselves. And I think it was Guerdy and Alexia, which I thought was pretty interesting, pretty nice.
No, yeah, I like that. Then Daniel asks Lisa how she feels about this. Well, how the hell do you think she's going to feel about it, Daniel? Seriously.
Yeah, she feels like it's a witch hunt because it is.
Right. Right. And the next,
I'm listening to this guy Daniel talk and I'm like,
I don't like him.
why does he sound so familiar? And then I realize he's from Australia, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he sounds just like Jason Stevenson, whose meditation videos I listen to go to sleep.
My God, that's so funny because he's got the same accent.
I'm like, why am I getting so tired? It was like hypnosis.
So then the next question was, who is the quickest to take offense? Lisa gets the most with 3 flags.
I mean, she only got 3, but quite honestly, I think Larsa should have taken that one. Larsa gets so defensive. Larsa will never admit she's wrong, ever.
Yeah. Next,
I don't think Alexia does either.
No, listen, none of them do.
None of them do. I just don't think that Lisa should have gotten that one.
The next one was lack of accountability. Lisa gets the most. Then Julia asks Daniel, how do you move forward with someone who's really hurt you? Daniel said, well, did they apologize? And she said, well, partially. Then Daniel asked, well, who are you referring to? And her response, of course, is Guerdy. She said she hurt me very, very much. She called me horrible names. I want to move past it. He said, well, one of them is time and willingness to rekindle. Do you want to rekindle the friendship? And then Guerdy said, well, this is after I've been physically assaulted and there's too much context to discuss here, which I agree. I mean, I don't know why Julia would have brought this up here of all places. Like, what was she doing?
Right.
I
No, I
seriously,
totally agree. I don't understand why here
like,
you
this is the
literally
place.
just broke the pact that you made.
Right. That you were going to squash it and you were going to be done with it.
And
now,
not discuss it with anybody. Like
right.
they said, if anybody asks us, we're just going to say it's between us.
Right.
Well, now you're saying it in front of everybody.
Right. And then the next one is playing the victim. Of course, Larsa gets up and puts her flag in Lisa's.
This is what I don't like, though, because everybody else picked Lisa, too.
Right.
Just like we said last week, does everybody forget that Guerdy's going through breast cancer treatment? Does everybody forget that Lisa just lost her father? Like, maybe this isn't the time to be choosing Lisa for exhibiting bad behavior all the time.
I mean, I agree. And in the midst of all this, like Lisa and Larsa are still like arguing back and forth. And the women are getting up and putting their flags in Lisa's thing, like while they're arguing. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, and I don't understand. Then they start screaming at each other, right? Lisa and Larsa?
I mean, they're literally screaming at each other. And Lexi says that she can relate to Lisa also going through a difficult time in her life, but she chooses not to play victim. Alexia, all you do is play victim. She does play victim.
All you do is play victim. And all we've heard about from you this season is about Todd. Lisa has not talked about Lenny one time this season.
Right. And that's what she says.
About the house, like what he has to, he has to build her the house. So she's talking about her divorce agreement. She's not specifically talking about him. She's not talking about the other woman. She's not.
Right.
That's all Alexia is doing, is talking about Todd.
Right. And Lisa says that. Like, listen, I haven't talked about Lenny since Kiki said Lenny, Lenny, Lenny. And she's right. She hadn't talked about it. And then Adriana gets up and says, listen, you guys are having a narcissistic moment right now. Like, no one's taking into consideration that this woman just lost her father. And that, I was so glad that she did that. She was the only one she was the only one that stood up for her.
Yeah. Like what she said, where's the empathy? And she's right.
She's 100% right. She really was. So Lisa gets up and she goes to the ladies' room and she's crying. Of course, Adriana goes and she follows her. And Marisol's like, well, everyone was kind of ganging up on her. Well, you were too, Marisol. Like, you were right there.
Yeah. And Julia says, when we tell her the truth and how we really feel, we get punished for it. How is that fair? What?
Yeah.
You're getting punished? How is she punishing you? Julia's a weirdo.
She really is weird because even Larsa said, well, maybe if you guys were saying all this stuff about me, maybe then I would go home and reflect on it and maybe, figure out that I'm the problem and that I would come back a different person. What? No, Larsa, that would never happen. Would never happen.
Not with Larsa. That would never, ever, ever happen with Larsa.
And then they cut to all the scenes. They show you every scene that Larsa was slandering all the ladies. And there was, I mean, at least 5 or 6 of them. Yes. Yep. I was like, come on, Larsa. Really?
Julia, I heard somebody saw you kissing a man the other night.
Yep. Dr. Nicole, you slept with everyone in the hospital. All the slanderous things she said. And all of them were not true. All of them were not true.
Right.
So then Guerdy decides that she's going to be like the peacemaker. She goes over to Larsa and tells her to sit down with Lisa and asks. Now, meanwhile, Adriana's sitting there with Lisa, but she makes Adriana get up and tells Larsa to sit down. And she wants them to go work this out right now. And she's going to stay there and moderate it. What?
Yeah. She took that very seriously.
I mean, she seriously did, but neither one of them wanted her there moderating it.
No, they did not. No, they definitely did not.
They agree that that they need to have a conversation is basically how it ends, but this is not the place to do it, right?
Yeah, good call.
And I guess then they get on the bus and leave at this point.
Yeah, but first Guerdy goes to mediate. Larsa gets annoyed, and then Alexia is like, okay, well, I guess we'll just leave the girls. Let's go.
Right. Exactly.
Like, what? We don't even know where you are right now. You're in like some remote location. Don't just leave them. Let them get on the bus with you.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. She did say that. So they do get on the bus. I guess they all leave. Then we see, okay, Adriana's talking to her dog. I don't know. Kiki's dancing with her daughter, Summer.
That was cute.
It was cute. Lisa's doing some sort of machine that's equivalent of doing 20,000 squats.
Tell me where to go. Show me the way.
I mean, and honestly,
where is this place in Ocean Monmouth County area?
That machine, I mean, her ass looked amazing without those 20,000 squats. What the hell else was going to do? What else was going to happen to that ass? Seriously.
I don't know.
And does it work on my boobs? Can I put that machine on my boobs?
Or her stomach?
Yeah.
Stomach?
Like 20,000 crunches? What machine does 20,000 crunches?
I think they have those actually. But my thing is this just to maintain what Lisa has already accomplished, or will this get you to Lisa's ass? Like,
there's no way.
You know what I mean?
It's got to be a maintenance thing. But I thought she works out all the time.
Well, that's what Jody said on the Two Eds.
Right. She works out all the time.
But she does show up late and leaves early at the classes.
Yes, that's what he said. Yes.
So for an hour class, she might only be there for 20 minutes.
But 20 minutes is still 20 minutes. She's a tiny girl. How much working out could she have to do?
Not much.
Right?
Not much.
I don't know. Then we see Julie's at home with her dogs, and then all of a sudden the social worker shows up because we find out that they're not yet the official parents of Jackson and Luca, that they have to go through the process and they have to have the social worker come and make sure the home environment is good and follow all the steps in the process, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The social worker asks Julie, like, what was the hardest moment for her? And she said that she really forgot about the diapers. How can you forget about the diapers? Like, seriously.
Wake ups in the middle of the night.
Yep. And her and Martina are splitting it. And she's really surprised at how much Martina is spoiling the boys.
I thought it was interesting when the caseworker asked her where the role model was, where the male role model was.
I did too. Right? I thought that was very interesting too. And she said, well, her younger brother. But I guess at this point, the younger brother had only met them through FaceTime because she wasn't having anyone over the house, because she said, I guess she had seen some sort of trauma response from the kids when she had kind of, I don't
friends
know
over.
Yeah.
She said she had friends over. Right. And the boys seemed scared.
Right. So she, is going to now slowly start to integrate that. Then we see Stephanie and her mom and dad and husband are out to dinner. Okay. This was something.
This was interesting.
This was very interesting. Her parents don't speak English. She said that on Watch What Happens Live, I think it was. I didn't realize.
They were speaking English.
They do not speak English. Stephanie is turning 40 this year. Her husband is 65 and her father is 67. And when her father first met him, of course, he's going to give him a little bit of a side eye. But now her father loves him because he's a very good provider. And I believe he's taking care of them too. Right?
Sure.
Right. So when she was talking about, I don't know where I heard this, was it on a podcast? She was talking about when she flew to take the dogs to her mother, to pick up the dogs from her mother's house. She's like, well, it's just like if you had children, you would drop your children off at their grandparents' house. Well, I do the same thing with my dogs. And she does it all the time.
On a private jet?
She does it all the time because it's only 30 minutes. It's only a 30-minute flight. And if I was to drive that, it would be whatever it would be, 4 hours or whatever the time frame is. So it's just,
Again, not very environmentally conscious.
Right.
Her parents are going to be married 50 years, though. God bless them.
50 years. Yep. Good for them.
How about her saying she has cameras in their house and they don't know?
I thought that was odd.
That's like an invasion of privacy.
Did she say it might even be illegal? Didn't she say that?
Yes. I think it is. I mean, people have nanny cams, but I think you're supposed to tell the people, aren't you? I have a friend who used to babysit, and the parents put a nanny cam in a stuffed animal and didn't tell her, and then brought something up to her, and she was like, "I'm all set. Thanks, but no thanks. You can find a new babysitter."
Yeah.
And she didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
It's not like they were bringing it up for that reason. They just made a comment about it, but they had never told her it was in there. And she was like, yeah. So they had been watching it without her knowing. Well, and again, she didn't do anything wrong. But
she was just, was she just a babysitter or was she family?
No, she was a babysitter.
She was just a babysitter. I mean, that's what they're for, right? So to make.
Yeah, but I think you're supposed to tell people, just so you know.
No, I would never tell. If I put a camera in, I would never tell the babysitter. No. Because then they're going to act
Really?
differently. Absolutely not. That's the whole
I
point of it.
know, but I think, isn't it illegal if you
No,
don't tell
absolutely
them?
not. It's your house. It's your child. Absolutely not. No, that's not
I
illegal.
thought it was illegal to do that.
No, definitely not illegal. Definitely not. I would not tell. I absolutely would not tell. Because then they're going to act differently, or they're going to not do it in the room where the camera is. That's the whole point. You want to make sure it's your child. It's your child that they're watching.
Listen, I get it.
Yeah, no, you don't. Definitely not. No, I definitely would not tell. But, I have cameras all over my house, but everyone knows I have
I
cameras all
know.
over my house. Everyone knows I have cameras all over my house.
Yes, they do. It's not like you're hiding them in a stuffed
No,
animal.
no, I put them right out in the open. So, yeah, I did think that was interesting. I mean, they're going to know now. Even if they don't,
Well, not really. They don't speak English.
Well, they'll probably get closed captioning in their language.
Yeah.
They'll read the episode.
But it was interesting to find out that they're not on good terms with the sisters either. So I wonder what that's all about. Maybe the sisters are pissed that maybe they kind of took whatever happened, they took Stephanie's
her side.
side because she's bankrolling them. And the sisters are like, WTF.
Well, I do think it was interesting, though. She said that the falling out happened after they came to work for her or the company. And she had bought one sister a Mini Cooper and the other sister a Land Rover. Why does one get a Mini Cooper? I'd be pissed if I got the Mini Cooper.
Isn't that a BMW?
No. I mean, I shouldn't say no. I do think that BMW did buy out Mini Cooper, but it's not a BMW. It's a Mini Cooper.
Yeah, my sister-in-law had one. I mean, those things are nice. I thought it was I mean,
They didn't used to be. I do believe that they did buy them out. Just like Jaguar bought out Land Rover or Land Rover bought out Jaguar. I'm not sure which was which.
I mean, it's no schlep. It's just, it's a nice car.
I don't know. I just don't see Mini
Oh,
Cooper.
2025 hardtop 2-door, 27,000.
Yeah, I don't
So
look
I guess
at
the Land Rover's more.
I don't look at Mini Cooper and say luxury car. I'm just saying. I
My
look at Land
sister-in-law had one.
Rover.
It was nice.
Again, I'm not saying it's not nice. I just don't look at it
Yeah.
and say luxury car. Like I look at Land Rover and I say luxury car, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a utility vehicle, though. It's not like an Escalade. I mean, they're nice. Don't get me wrong.
Oh no,
but
some of them are. Oh no, some of the Land Rovers are like an Escalade.
that's a Range Rover, though. No.
So it's under the same umbrella. There's all different Land Rovers. There's Discovery. They're all different models.
Yeah. Well, either way, your sister gets you a car. You just be thankful.
Yeah, something must have happened though.
Something definitely happened.
Yeah. But the intention is for them to fix it, that they will all be a complete family. Her husband
dad
seems
basically asked her to fix it.
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they were in tears. They were in tears over it.
Yeah.
I mean, we know. Can you imagine?
No.
You have 3 daughters and 2 of them are not speaking?
No. Knock
And
on
you're not
wood.
speaking to 2 and they're twins?
Right.
And they're, so she's
I'm happy that I listened to Teddy recap this, and she felt the same way I did. She was like, I just assumed she was a triplet. I'm like,
Really?
so did I. When she kept saying she had twin sisters, I said to Gina last week, I'm like, so I guess she's a triplet. And Gina's like, why do you say that? I'm like, because she said she has twin sisters. And Gina was like, well, they could be younger or older. And I was like, oh, yeah. And Tamara said the same thing. Teddy said the same thing. I'm like, okay, good. It's not just me.
Okay, but Teddy does have a brain tumor.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
I'm just kidding. That's so funny. Listen, I did learn a little bit more about her, though. She talks about she met Dr. Nicole after the season was over.
Stephanie.
She dated Anthony like 20 years ago, a long time ago. There
I
was
figured it had to be because she's been married for so long.
Yeah, so there was no animosity. That was not the reason that Dr. Nicole didn't come back. That just happened to be it happened to be. And she said when she met Dr. Nicole, she can see like Anthony has a type, like they're both very similar, and they are very similar. They're both tiny, they're both strong personalities, but they're different, like in different ways, right? Also, Stephanie just recently had a boob job after the season because she was, she said to the doctor that she wanted couture boobs. And Larsa said, don't say that because you won't get big enough boobs. And she's like, so then she called back to the doctor and said, no, I want to be able to wear couture clothing, but I don't want couture boobs. So I don't know. I don't know what the new boobs look like. She was on Watch What Happens Live, but I heard her say that on a podcast. I have to go back and look and see if we could see them. Because she dresses very conservatively.
She does dress conservative.
She dresses
So
very
it's not like
conservatively.
she's not gonna be, like, pouring out of anything.
Right. And I think, honestly, I think that one of the things she said was like, after, this season with these ladies, like their boobs are everywhere, with the exception of Marisol. Marisol's also very conservative in her dress, but all
Yes,
the
she
other
is.
ladies, their boobs are in your face all the time. Right.
For sure. Yes.
And I could see where if this is what you're surrounded by and you're kind of self-conscious about smaller ones, that maybe you would want to enhance them. Right.
Yeah.
Next, we see Guerdy and Russell. They go to the therapist. This is their first time going to couples therapy. I thought that was so brave to do that on camera. To be honest with you, I
Yeah, I
really
mean,
did.
my God, he looked like he was gonna cry, Russell.
I
You
love
could tell he was
Russell.
about to cry. I can't believe they met in high school. I knew they were together a long time, but I didn't realize they were high school sweethearts.
They are such a sweet couple.
I love them.
I know. I do too. I do too. And she keeps saying to him that, like, I've traumatized you. And he's like, no, like, don't say that. Like, I just look at you and I'm so proud of you. And you can see that. Like, you can see
So sweet.
he just wants her to be happy, and he's in awe of everything that she's done. And she's amazing. Like, she's
Yeah,
amazing. He's so supportive. I love Russell. I really do. I
me
love them
too.
as a couple.
He's the
I
number one guy in the group.
I give him so much credit for doing this on camera, especially the
Yeah,
first time. Like, how many men do you know that are going to go to couples therapy on this show?
right,
Seriously.
right.
There's not another I mean, certainly not in Miami.
No. And she said she came to Miami when she was 9 with her dad, and he only brought her and her brother. Her other 5 siblings stayed home. Did you catch where she said she was from?
She did say she was traumatized. You've been dealt with a lot of trauma that she's never dealt with. Age 9, she's one of 7. Stay in France. They got to stay in France.
France.
Yeah,
Okay.
France.
So then her parents bring, I guess, she and her brother to a cousin's house, and they say they're going to go get the siblings, and they don't come back for 3 months.
Yep.
At 9, you're going to remember that. That's not like
Abs
4 where you're not going to remember.
Absolutely.
And at 4, you might still remember something, but not like 9.
But it actually explains, because that's why Guerdy, like, she's like, that's why I get triggered, like, when she feels excluded. Like, that whole thing with, the dinner that she was excluded from, she's not included. She feels like I mean, these are major traumas that have never
Yes.
been dealt with.
Right.
She definitely needs her own therapist. Like, she needs to be working through these things.
Yes, for sure.
And Russell is there, like, to root her on and to be her. He's always been there for her. And he
Yeah.
knows the trauma she's been through. Like, he's always
Yeah.
been there. So listen, like I said, I give him a lot of credit for doing this on camera,
Yeah.
because I know he's not getting paid to do it. And
No.
although, you know what, maybe he is. Who was it that said one of the husbands came in and got the men money?
On Miami or in the Housewives?
I think it was it Miami? I don't remember now.
Whose husbands are on?
One of the housewives said this husband came in. I cannot remember. All right, I'll have to give it some thought. One of the housewives' husbands came in and got the men money, and they continued to get money because of this husband. And I cannot remember which one. So it's got to be one that we're watching now. Not '06. It's got to be Miami. It's not Todd. No.
I was thinking maybe it was Todd.
No, it definitely wasn't Todd. It definitely was not Todd.
Was it Anthony? I mean, he's a lawyer. He could have came in and been like, listen.
No, I don't think it was Anthony. All right, I'm going to have to give this some thought. The problem is I listen to too many housewives things and they all get jumbled in my brain.
I totally agree. And then if you watch the show, Watch What Happens Live, and the after show, you're like, I don't remember where I heard this.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So then we see Larsa and Lisa meet up. Lisa sits down and she admits that she actually wasn't looking forward to this. And Larsa seems surprised. They said they've been having crazy issues since the summer. Larsa said she's never been thrown out of someone's house in her life. And Lisa said, well, I've never been cursed at in my own house before. So Larsa says to Lisa, Marcus said you're the reason why the paparazzi took the photo of me in the south of France. So this is what the fight was about in Milan, because
Yeah.
Jody said that. And I did not know that. We didn't know that that's what the fight was about in Milan, right? We did not know that.
No, definitely not.
So I was like, okay. So she's like, what am I, the CIA? Like, she didn't know where Marcus was. How could she be the reason that like, she had nothing to do with that. I mean, that I will give her. That makes no sense.
No way.
It makes no sense. Then Lisa said, well, the paparazzi guy told us that. What paparazzi guy? What? The picture's taken, and then what? The paparazzi guy calls you and says, oh, come on, Lisa.
Right.
Seriously?
Yeah, that was a bunch of BS.
Lisa said, well, I'm trying to de-escalate this. And she said, well, I'm just trying to be a better friend. Larsa says, well, I'm not the only one who saw all these red flags. Like, it wasn't just me. And Lisa says, well, that was a complete dog pile. And it was. I agree. Larsa said, well, this is the truth. Why do you have trouble dealing with the truth? Lisa's like, this is insane. And she gets up and she says she's going to use the bathroom.
That's because Larsa said nobody likes you in this group.
Right. She said, nobody likes you in this group. And
that's like such a middle school thing to say.
It really is. Like, you're not invited to my birthday party and nobody likes you.
And you can't sit with us.
Right. So Lisa gets up to go to the bathroom and she's calling Alexia, and Alexia's like, that's not true. You know, Larsa's sitting at the table and she's like saying that, you know, everybody in the group, and Alexia's like, no, that's not true. Did you pick
Isn't it
this up?
interesting that she called Alexia, though? When I was watching that, I was like, maybe she is the head bitch in charge.
Yeah, I did think it was interesting, but I also thought it was interesting that they show Larsa sitting back at the table watching a video where Trump is saying an African American or Hispanic that votes for Kamala, you have to have your head examined. Can you believe that they put that in the episode?
I can't believe that they showed that.
I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Seriously?
And she did not look offended at all, by the way.
No, she did not. No, she did not. And then the whole time.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. The whole time Lisa's talking to Alexia in the bathroom, they keep showing the stall in the bathroom with someone in it while she's on the phone crying. Did you see that?
I didn't notice somebody was in the stall.
They keep showing you the stall, and they just show you like that there's legs like in the stall. I mean, they kept showing it to you. I was like,
so
why?
Somebody was in there.
Somebody was in there. This whole time she's on the phone crying to Alexia, and the camera people are in there.
Oh my God.
Somebody's in there. And then she's still talking to Alexia. Then they show another clip with Larsa. She's watching another video about style trends. They had to throw that one in because they put the other one in, and they couldn't just put one, right? So they had to put another one in.
Yes.
I was like,
yes.
Come on. So then Lisa's sitting down, and she's done in the bathroom. She's sitting down in the restaurant, still on speakerphone. And the guy is like, you know, you're being a little loud.
He tells her to go outside.
Go outside. What's going on?
She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And she walks, like, instead of being like, all right, you know what, Alexia, I got to go back out there. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And proceeds outside and still yells the night away.
Right. All right. So then Alexia's like, listen, this is just between you two. Like, just go talk it out. So Larsa sits down and says, listen, I don't know what to say. I'm really hurt. Lisa sits down. I don't know what to say. I'm really hurt. And I think that's what you wanted. And she's like, no, I'm just telling you that you need to be a better friend. And I do think at this point, like, Larsa's watched all the videos and she's like, can we just put a pin in this? Like, I just want to move forward with you. Like, we used to have fun. I'm just telling you, you need to be a better friend. I love you. You could see that Larsa's trying to wrap it up, right? At least that's what I thought. She's like, I'm sorry I came to Jody's party and I called you a bitch. And she's like, you know, I'm sorry that, like, you don't feel like I was there for you when you lost your dad. She said, like, can you take some responsibility to Lisa? And Lisa's like, well, yeah, in hindsight, I'm sorry that I didn't know. I wish I could, you know, I didn't know what your feelings were. I wish I could have known. Like, she's not really taking responsibility. Lisa's not. She's saying, I'm sorry I didn't know what you were feeling. What?
Probably she meant that she didn't know that Larsa was mad about the paparazzi thing, right? Because she did seem like a little like, well, that's what, I mean, she said that's what the paparazzi told us, which you're right, makes no sense. But
right, makes no sense.
I thought that's what she meant. Like, I didn't know that you were so pissed about that.
So then she's like, listen, I think we both just need to do a better job of communicating. And Larsa's like, yeah, you should be able to sit down and call your friends and they should have your back. And Lisa says, listen, I don't want to be fighting with you. You know, I want to go back. Can we be best friends again? Lisa's like, well, I think, you know, maybe we need couples therapy, which I think that they do actually.
Yeah, I don't think best friends is
Yeah.
you're not jumping right back into best friends.
So then they hug each other and they both agree like that they don't want to fight anymore with each other. But Larsa was on 2Ts today and Teddy was kind of grilling Larsa because, Tamara's friends with Larsa. So
Right.
Tamara
So
kind of
she's not
protects
gonna
her.
grill her.
But I will say this, Larsa contradicted a lot of things that Lisa said. And I'm actually now starting to believe Larsa.
Really?
You have to listen to it. I'm not a Larsa fan. I'm really not. I'm not. But Lisa is moving in a weird way. I think that there's some validity to what Larsa is saying. I do.
Okay.
So I
I'll have
think
to listen to it.
you listen to it and let me know what you think. Like I said, Teddy didn't let her get off easy. She was really grilling her. I can't remember specifically what she said. I can't remember. And I just listened to it today. It's just my
It's
brain.
again because we listen to so much and we
Yeah.
watch so much.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep track.
It is hard to keep track. It gives me another perspective though, because you see one thing with your own two eyes, what they show us, what the producers show us,
Right.
and then you hear them talk about it in a different way with different people. Even like the whole Stephanie thing, like, the fact that she met with Dr. Nicole and even said like, would you be on the show with her? She's like, yeah, if they
Yeah.
want to bring her
And
back.
I don't think Nicole would have a problem with it, right?
No, I wouldn't imagine she would. I don't think Dr. Nicole would go on because of Marisol, because I'm sure Marisol is the one who was hired the private investigator.
Absolutely. It
I
had to
mean,
be Marisol.
couldn't be
Kiki's
anybody
not
else.
gonna do it. What does Kiki care? And who's the other friend? Adriana. She's not gonna do that.
No, they're not going to do that. So I do think
Adriana might. I
I
still
don't.
think it was Marisol.
I think it was definitely Marisol. I do think that Alexia is the HBIC. I do. And Marisol's her little minion.
Yes, that is true.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Supposedly, it gets really dicey based on what Stephanie said on Watch What Happens Live. Right now, she's okay with all the women, but I think that her and Alexia have like a big blowout.
They show a scene of her going at Alexia.
Yeah.
How about what Martina said on social media about surrogacy? Did we talk about this?
Yeah, we kind of mentioned it. So they asked Larsa about that. Teddy and Tamara asked Larsa about that. And Larsa's like, well, I didn't really see that. And like, what was it in reference to? Like, was she maybe talking about like when women in their 20s do it so that their bodies are, and Teddy's like, it doesn't matter what, like,
Right. It
there's
doesn't
no
matter.
context that is okay to say. And she really, listen, I give her credit. She really didn't throw her under the bus because, again, it's not her place to do that. It's really not.
No.
I mean,
Right.
Martina did it herself by putting that out there. And
For
Tamara's like,
sure.
well, when was it? And Teddy's like, it was a couple days ago. And she's like, oh, like Tamara didn't know about it. Teddy's the one who brought it up. So I'm glad that they did ask her about it. And it's going to come up. It's definitely going to come up at the reunion.
Absolutely.
It's definitely going to come up at the reunion. And I'd love to hear what Martina has to say about it. Like, who
Yeah, I
does
want
she
to
think
see
she
him
is?
ask Martina. I don't want to
Yeah.
see him ask Julia. I want to
Right.
see him ask Martina.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
Because she likes being on the show. We've talked about this. So
Mm-hmm.
here's
Yes,
the negative sides of being on the show. You say something
Yeah.
stupid on social media, now you got to answer for it.
Yes, you do. You do. So I'm excited to see what's happened. I like the fact that we have a new housewife in the mix.
She bothered me a lot less this episode, probably because she wasn't talking about money. Although she did say when they were sitting there playing the game, she's like, all I was doing was sitting there thinking, how can I make money right now? How could I make money? So you know what? That's annoying. I take it back.
So
She did annoy me.
Teddy did say that, she didn't like that that's all that Stephanie had to talk about was, her possessions and money and Birkins and bags. She's like, I had a Birkin. I don't even have any. I don't ever want to talk about Birkins again, Teddy said. And Lars is like, well, all the other women, like they talk about their families and their kids, working is really important to her. Okay. So
Yeah,
then
she
you talk
doesn't
about,
have children, so that makes
right,
sense.
right. She doesn't. She's got her dogs. She doesn't
Yeah,
have
that makes
children.
sense.
I mean, I don't know that that's an excuse to talk about material things, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But Larsa said that she again maintained, this is what Teddy said to her. She said, there's been things said about Stephanie that she was the assistant that's how she met. And I don't want that, if that's the truth, I want to know that. Like, that's not what was said on the show. And Larsa's like, well, I met her through Carolyn Stansberry about 1.5 years prior to us filming, and she's just a really great girl, and I have a really good time with her, and I know she works very hard. She didn't say, she wouldn't confirm or deny whether or not she was the assistant.
She probably doesn't know if it's true or not.
She probably
You know what
doesn't.
I mean?
She probably doesn't.
Do you think they sat down and she was like, so by the way, I met my husband because I was his wife's assistant.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It probably didn't come up in conversation. So Larsa probably doesn't even know.
Right. I did like that Teddy did ask the question, though. I did.
I'm happy to hear that. I'll definitely listen to that because I hate when I listen to them and they don't ask what you want to know.
Yeah. So I want them to have Stephanie on and have her ask Stephanie the question.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe it was.
Andy didn't ask her on Watch What Happens Live?
No.
He's the worst.
No, but I don't know if it had come out yet at that point.
Yeah.
I think it was like, wasn't it after her first?
When was she on? Was she on this week or last week?
She was on last week.
Yeah, so it hadn't come out yet. I don't think it had come out yet because that was her first.
Her first week. Yeah, I don't think it had come out. I don't think it had come out yet. So,
right.
There wasn't a place for him to ask it.
But I mean, we heard like his ex-wife and children don't even speak to him.
Yeah, we did hear that. That's the podcast she was on. The virtual reality with those two guys, the Page 6?
Yeah.
That's the podcast she was on. You'll have to
Okay.
listen to that. I may have to re-listen to it so I can remember what the heck happened. Right, so that's it for Miami. We'll have to wait and see what happens next week. Thank you for watching and listening. Please subscribe and give us 5-star reviews. Bye.
Bye.